Hello, we are again looking at our model essay, but we are moving on from our introduction paragraph to our proof paragraph 1 right here. So, if we remember really quickly, this paragraph here is the introduction. We have our proof paragraph 1, proof paragraph 2, and then our conclusion. So, you have completed your intro. Today we're going to tackle proof paragraph 1. Okay, so remember, we have our 2 points up here. We have point 1 and point 2. Point 1 is all about how Chloe does something meaningful, and point 2 is all about how Violet does something meaningful. Okay, so if I go over here, let's do this because this may help you. If I go here and I say, all right, we have our intro, is a gist / summary, and introduces the theme. We have our proof paragraph 1, proof paragraph 2, I can't type, and conclusion. Okay, so we're done with this one, right? That one's done. Today we're tackling proof paragraph 1. And proof paragraph 1 is all about our point 1. And our point 1 is yellow. And in this story's case, our point 1 is all about how Chloe does something meaningful. So in this paragraph, in proof paragraph 1, you will be talking about giving evidence, well, this person who wrote this one was, about how Chloe does something meaningful. So if your first character is Violet and your quote or your theme is inequality is injustice, you will be telling me all in proof paragraph 1 how Violet has gone through how inequality is injustice. Okay, so that's where we are there. So if we look back here, let's go ahead and read this paragraph. So remember, this is going to be all about point 1. So I'm going to go ahead and make the whole thing yellow. Violet's sister Chloe, remember, this paragraph is all about Chloe. Violet's sister Chloe left home shouting something about wanting to do something meaningful with her life. At the beginning of the book in chapter 1, Violet finds letters from Chloe that have been hidden from her by her mother. In those letters, Chloe tells Violet that she's a public health nurse, working long days looking after people with influenza. The work was dangerous and difficult, but Chloe made a difference in the lives of sick people who needed her. Later in the book, we discover that Chloe has left for Tennessee to fight for the women's right to vote. She works long and tirelessly for this cause. Voting makes a difference, not only for women who vote, but also for the decisions that voters make, which affect all of our lives. Okay, so what is this paragraph about? Tell me now. All right, hopefully you said something about how this is about Chloe and 2 examples of how she is doing something meaningful with her life. Right here, we have, let's go ahead and underline that. We have example 1. So, start at the beginning. It starts with an intro sentence about Chloe. Okay, so our proof paragraph 1 starts with an intro sentence about your character. So that's the first thing. And then what does it go into? Well, it goes into example 1. And the example from the book, so example or evidence from the book to support the theme. So they did this first one. It's all about how Chloe decides to be a public health nurse and help people with influenza. And that was very meaningful because it was very dangerous for her to do that. So this is all an example of that. This is about 1, 2, 3 sentences. Yours doesn't need to be that long for one example, right? You can give me a 1-sentence example of how your character has done something meaningful or whatever your theme is. And so then we have intro sentence about your character, example / evidence from the book to support the theme. And then what is this? Later in the book, we discover that Chloe has left for Tennessee to fight for women's rights to vote. She works long and tirelessly for this cause. Voting makes a difference not only for women who vote, but also for the decisions that voters make, which affects all of our lives. So right here we have what? Hopefully you got it right. It's another example or evidence. So you will give me an intro sentence, one example about your character supporting your theme, and then one more example about how your character is supporting your theme. So for step 3 of this paragraph, you will have another example evidence from the book to support the theme. And then that's it. Those are the 3 parts of this paragraph. Okay, so just remember, this paragraph is about point 1 or point 2? Point 1. So in this, for this example, Chloe is their point 1 and Violet is their point 2. So this paragraph will be all about Violet, which we will get to tomorrow. Okay, so as you can see, it's pretty simple. You can do it. You're going to need your book to find evidence. You can choose from any chapter that we've read so far, and I'll explain it more in the next video.